Welcome to the GRE Test Prep Program, Ask the Professor, brought to you by TrboTest. As you may already know, I'm Professor Konstantine Onapolous, and I will be your instructor throughout these series. The first question that was brought to us by a student from the GRE is Wendy can build a birdhouse in 15 hours, and Miguel can build an identical birdhouse in 10 hours. How many hours will it take Wendy and Miguel working together at the respective constant rates to build a birdhouse? Now, the question says, assume that they can work the same birdhouse without changing those work rates. So it's a big assumption, but for our math problem, that's what we have to do. So let's ascertain the data we have. The first thing we know is that they're building a birdhouse. Wendy takes 15 hours to build it. Miguel takes 8 or 10 hours to build it. The question is, how many hours working together does it take for them to build this birdhouse? Well, there's two different ways to do this. There's a long drawn-out formula that you've probably been taught in school, and then there's a very simple, straight way to do it. And if you remember this formula, it will save you a ton of time on the GRE. Okay? The formula is simple. AB over A plus B equals T. AB represents the people in this case, or the product, or whatever we're working with that's involving time. For us, A would be Wendy, B would be Miguel. Right? T equals time. So when you write out this formula, all you do is multiply on top and add on the bottom, divide the two, and that will give you your answer every time. Very quick, very straightforward. No sense to go into a bunch of details in a long, drawn-out mathematical process. So let's see how this works. Wendy is 15, Miguel is 10. So if Wendy is A, it's 15, Miguel is 10, it's 150 on the top. If we take and add those together, of course, it's 25 on the bottom. So it's 150 divided by 25. Well, if you remember your math, it's 6. 25 goes into 156 times, and our answer would be B. The next question says, working continuously 24 hours a day, a factory bottles soda Q at a rate of 500 liters per second, and soda V at a rate of 300 liters per second. If twice as many bottles of soda V as soda Q are filled in the factory each day, what is the ratio of the volume of bottle of soda Q to a bottle of soda V? Right? There's a lot of information going on in this passage. However, if we take it apart, ascertain what they're actually telling us, we can look at it and quickly understand it. It says 24 hours a day, okay? So we're working with hours, and yet the bottles are done in seconds. So we either have to convert the bottles to seconds or we have to convert the hours to seconds. Either way, we have to have it on the same time frame. But let's look at this. We have soda Q, 500 liters per second. Soda V, 300 liters per second. Right? We're also told there's twice as many bottles of soda V per day than there are soda Q. The question was, what is the ratio of the volume of a bottle of soda Q to a bottle of soda V? To solve it, let's make it simple on us. All right? If soda V is produced at a rate of 2 to 1 per day, it's also produced at 2 to 1 per second. Nothing changes. So let's just make it simple. All right, so let's set it up as a 2 to 1 ratio. 100 bottles of soda V, 50 bottles of soda Q. There's 2 to 1. All right, then we can go ahead and we can say that soda V for their 100 bottles, it equals 300 liters, because that's what it told us in the original problem, 300 liters for V, or 3 liters per bottle. Take soda Q, just say 50 bottles, which is half, equals 500 liters. So that means that each one of the soda Q bottles is 10 liters per bottle. All right? So we have broken this down very quickly without trying to convert 24 hours into minutes and then into seconds or seconds back into hours. We have everything equal because we determined that if it's 2 to 1 per day, it's also 2 to 1 per second. Now, how do we get to the answer? Remember the question. The question says, what is the ratio of the volume of a bottle of soda Q to a bottle of soda V? So they want Q first. Remember, however they write it is how you have to figure out the ratio. So we put soda Q first, then followed by soda V. So the ratio is Q to V, or as we know, 10 to 3, 10 liters to 3 liters. We divide that, it comes out to 10 over 3. We can see the E is the correct answer, 10 over 3.